is poppin'? What is good, everyone? This is your boy Brumal, and we are back with more Trails in the Sky first chapter. Now, it's been almost a week since I last played this, or since the last recording of this game at the very least, because Genshin had 3.1 that came out, and I've been busy with that. Now, I was recording 3.1, but partway through, I was just like, you know what? I don't really like recording this game, and I don't think a lot of people actually like the game either for me recording it. If I do more Genshin content, it'll probably just be like my team builds or just interesting stuff that I found or something like that, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, when it comes to the story stuff isn't all that engaging anymore now. It was cool, but now it's all kind of just, ugh. I don't even remember what we were supposed to be doing. I think we were supposed to be talking to some people. Anyways, the food was amazing, but the conversation and flow of the wine were much less so. So, if you'll excuse me, I have some lost drinking time to make up for. Alright then. Well, things have gotten serious. We really have to find a way to get to see Her Majesty. Well, first things first, we need to go talk to the head maid Hilda like we promised. She probably knows a way for us to speak directly to the Queen. Fine by me. Alright, but you know what we gotta do. We gotta talk to the other NPCs first. Seems like the castle blueprints are missing too. What do they need with those? The Colonel's points are all very logical and rational, but I believe it would be best to get the particulars from Her Majesty and Her Highness the Princess directly. Maybe so. Maybe so. I can't believe the Queen's so worried she's considering whatever that word means. And Princess Claudia choosing a husband at her age. Events are unfolding so quickly I hardly have time to react. I mean, but that's pretty common, at least like if we were taking that for this day and age, like this day and age in the game, I mean, compared to like how it was back then. I think it's like around the right time, right? Because they said the princess was supposed to be like 16 or something. Shoot, I thought like even early. I thought they would like start getting married like at 14 at earlier ages, I think. But that was like, I don't know, before Jesus. So, but clearly this time, yeah, never mind. I take back what I said. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. What a shock this big one has been. Duke Dunnan as official successor to the throne. If anything could bring on a migraine, it's that. Really? Well, seems it was a banquet to remember. And now my mistress has yet another worry to wrinkle her brow. I guess so. Oh, it's you. What? Colonel Richard. Dang, Joshua was giving that mean mug. Estelle, Joshua, this is our first opportunity to truly speak face to face, I believe. Well, the last time we saw one another was right after Mayor Dalmore was arrested, wasn't it? I'm honestly surprised that you remember us. I realize that we exchanged few words, but you made quite an impression on me. My curiosity was piqued, so I did a bit of checking up on you. I was quite surprised to learn that you were the children of Colonel Cassius. Well, how did you find that out? Please understand, I'm not trying to show off the Intelligence Division's capabilities. I'm greatly indebted to him for our time together in the Army. Indeed, more than words can properly express. Might I persuade you to stay a while and talk? I've been hoping to speak with you two for quite some time now. Huh? Well, pardon me, Colonel, but don't you have a meeting with His Grace? I don't mind being a little late. Yes. If we're going to talk, why don't we use the lounge inside? I'll mix up a couple of urgent cocktails. I'll prepare them, sir. No, that won't be necessary. I want you to go to His Grace and inform that of my delay. Yes, sir. And she looks annoyed. Pardon me, then. She probably doesn't. I was about to say she probably doesn't want to be in there alone with the Duke Dunnan. Now then, shall we retire to the lounge? Please, follow me. Uh, Joshua, what should we do? I don't see where we have much choice but to follow him. We'll be a little late, but we can talk to her maid later. Talk to the head maid later. I met Cassius shortly after I graduated from the military academy. I was assigned a mobile unit that was under his command, and since that time, I found myself in his debt again and again, both personally and professionally. He did? And, what do you think of him at the time? Well, to put it simply, he was a hero. And a master swordsman to boot. So guys, right there we found out that Cassius was a swordsman before he started using the bow staff. Anyways, no matter the scenario, he could find a way to handle any number of battlefronts in every direction. It wasn't just a matter of sheer tactics. He understood he could direct high-level strategy as well. Quite simply, he was a man without peer. Well, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that we were talking about two different people. Huh. So you were with our father during the 100 Days War? Yes, he was my CO. Even now, I can still vividly remember the excitement that filled me as he executed his plan and turned the war's tide. Anytime I get to talking about those days, time just runs away with me. But this much I can tell you. If Cassius Bright had not been a part of the Royal Army, Libero would now be part of the Erebonian Empire. No way. That's kind of hard to believe. Well, as a hero, he had a knack for doing unbelievable things. He left the army immediately after the war, declining even a medal from the Queen. So few know of his achievements. But inside the army, many soldiers still hold him up as a prime example of what a hero should be. He never said one word about any of this to me. Well, it's not really the kind of thing you want to tell your daughter about. It's not fair to criticize him for that. Hey, whose side are you on? And besides, why doesn't any of this shock you like it shocks me? Did you really know about all of this or something? Well, I didn't know that he was Colonel Richard's superior officer. The rest I knew about vaguely. Vaguely? You're an accomplice? Hey, calm down. It's not like he told me any of it. I just figured a lot of it out. He told me he didn't feel like it was something worth going on about as he told others about. Ugh, I don't get it. When he comes back, he's so in trouble. Please excuse us. We didn't mean to interrupt. No. Seeing you like this is actually a bit of relief. When I found out that your father was intending to leave the military, I desperately tried to stop him. But it seems that by leaving, he did what was best for himself after all. And after losing his dear wife, maybe being with you was all that could help him recover. Colonel Richard? Now then, I thank you for taking the time to come here. I really can't keep the Duke waiting, so I'm afraid you'll have to excuse me. Oh, all right. Our apologies for making you so late. Not at all. You both have told me one thing that I wanted most to know, and thus I have no regrets. Huh? Wait, how's that again? I'm sure we'll have the chance to speak again soon. Cassius might even be with us then to share in the stories. All right, and he's gone. Okay. Who was that man, and what has he done with Colonel Richard? What are you babbling about now? It's just that it's weird to hear him talking about Dad that way. I wasn't expecting him to be so, well, nice. True, he doesn't seem at all villainous in any way. Even so, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that he's got something up his sleeve. And for now, we should probably put that issue to Dad aside. Yeah, I guess you're right. and I hate to say it, but I think that he might have been playing nice just because he could get something out of it. He's an intelligence officer, so he probably thinks that fooling a couple of kids is easy as could be. Don't you think that's going a little too far? You might be right. Yeah, let me be the one who's mistrustful of others. You should just follow your instincts and believe whatever you think is right. Huh? But just make sure that you're prepared for anything and don't let your guard down. I'd say Bracer's job is pretty much that, in fact. Okay, I got it. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Estelle. Thank you. Well, yeah, thank you. What the heck are you thanking me for? Anyways, we need to go back to see Hilda. She's probably sick of waiting for us. Yeah, she should be in the maid quarters, but first, let's go talk to the other NPCs. Alright. Would you like an after-dinner drink? We can make anything that you like that comes off the menu. Cool. Oh, in this room. Nobody in that room. Stella, Joshua. So, have you been with Her Majesty? Was that it? Okay, I guess that's all that those NPCs wanted to say. We can't go in there. Hilda's in the other room. From here. Ah, hello. Did you enjoy my cuisine? It was quite delicious, buddy. I got to be careful in how I store the food so those dang rats don't get in. Which reminds me, do rats really like cheese, or is that just a myth? I think rats like anything, to be honest with you. I just want to clean up here so I can get back home. Hold on, there was an extra room. Let's see this room. Oh, this is a dining hall. Finished at last. Now to get my cleaning supplies cleaned up and go home. Home is where the last cleaning is. Well, this is just between you and me, but cleaning up after the Duke's meal is revolting. It's hard to believe that he's the queen and that he, the queen, and the princess are all related. Colonel Richards is such an amazing man. Pearls before the swine, that is Duke Dunnan, dang. That's crazy, that's your boss. Another long day at work. Even though the Duke was Her Majesty's representative, the intelligence division was pretty much calling the shots. If Colonel Richard weren't around, I shudder to think what might have been. He shudders to think what might have been, huh? I can't go that way. And Hilda's room is right here, I think. Ah, there you are. I've been waiting for you. You're awfully late, aren't you? Well, sorry about that. We kind of got caught up by Colonel Richard. Did you know? Oh, did you now? He had some things to tell us about our dad. I don't think he has any idea what we're up to, though. I see. Ah, yes. That letter of introduction did mention that you were Mr. Cassius's children. I can understand at least some of how Colonel Richard feels. Oh, do you know our dad too? He used to come here when he worked as General Morgan's aide in the what? Anyways. I'm told that he was a school friend of the late Prince's, Her Majesty's son. Late Prince? Princess Claudia's father? Yes, he was killed 15 years ago in the tragic shipwreck. Well, yeah. Would that he were still alive today, none of this would be happening. Huh? But laminating what might have been is a fool's errand. Evening is fast approaching. We must make our preparations at once. Alright, come on now. Yeah, come on in, Shia. Shia? Whatever. Oh, hey, aren't you... Shia, right? Yes, thank you for remembering. You look well, Estelle, Joshua. I've been told of your current predicament. You won't find more of a dependable child. She's a great help to us whenever the princess is in the castle. Princess Claudia. Alright, that shouldn't pose a problem. Thank you. If you're ready, you should go change into your uniforms. The ribbons and the headpiece are tricky, so I'll adjust them for you. What? What do you mean? Estella's going to need a dress as one of the maids in order to get to the royal keep. A little playing with her hair and you'll blend right in. Oh, I get it. Uniforms don't allow for much in the way of personalization. Alright. That should be ideal for sneaking in. Huh? Me in a maid's outfit? Well, I've been wanting to try one on since we first met Lila. Cute, breezy, and easy to move in. Well, if our uniforms weren't easy to move in, they'd make cleaning much difficult. I thought so. Well, let's get this sucker on me. Why so excited? Well, I'm glad that you're in high spirits, but you need to remember your manners in front of the queen. You won't have me to lean on this time. Why not? You're changing too, aren't you? Pardon? I mean, he did play the princess during the part of the campus festival. Is there really that much difference between the fancy dress and a maid outfit? That's different. It was a play. I can't appear before the majesty in woman's clothes. Oh, you'll be fine. It's not all that shameful or anything. And besides, you made such a gorgeous princess. Not this again. Cut all the jokes, will ya? Hilda, Shea, help me out here. Say something. Anyone? I see. That shouldn't pose a problem. Shea? Shea? Crap, I can't remember her name. I think it was Shea. Shea, don't you have an extra hairpiece design for the princess? Yes, it's never been used though. Alright. He has that full dark hair, so it would probably look good on him. Hey, hold on a second. Well, it looks like 3-to-1 vote. Majority rules. This way, please. We can use this as a changing room. Wait a minute. I don't remember ever agreeing to change it. Ugh! And there it is, y'all. Alright. If I have to change, I can do it myself. Shea, you're not planning using makeup too, are you? Kids these days. Where's my water bottle? I am thirsty. Oh my. Ta-da! It's very rare that we get to see Estelle with her hair down. Well, what do you think? Well, I think it suits you very well. Such a bright, active maid in training, and after only just coming to the castle too. You certainly have me convinced. And with your hair down like that, no one will be any of the wiser. Perhaps you'd like to work in the Grancel Castle for real once this is all settled. Well, we already work as bracers, so, anyways. Come on, Joshua, get out of here. Ugh. No chance I can talk you out of this. Not at all. You're just making this take longer. Fine. You're impossible sometimes. Terrible. They had to slap another wig on this man. Well, it's almost frightening how good that looks. Isn't it awesome? It looks better on him than it does me, and I'm an actual girl. Well, a bit of makeup can make all the difference in this world. Please, just say that you're done. Well, I suppose so. I'll show you the way to the royal keep. You need to make certain that you'll watch me and learn how a maid handles herself. Yes, ma'am. Well, we're finally gonna meet the queen in person. Yeah. This is a do-or-die moment. We just have to stay focused and get to the royal keep. Well, it's hard to take you seriously in that outfit. Well, excuse me. This is your idea. I can't believe that you've got the nerve to pick on. Sorry. Don't get all mad. I'll treat you to some ice cream later, okay? Tuh. I'm not like you. I'm not obsessed with food. Hey, I'm not obsessed with food. Well, they get along so well, don't they? Oh, well, we're out of time. Let's go to the Royal Keep. Oh, so we're using her this time. Alright then. That's not the way to the Royal Keep. Royal Keep's up here. Hilda? What business do you have? What business do you have with Her Majesty at this hour? I'm bringing some tea and spoons at her request. The current situation means that Her Majesty is denied the right to even go about her daily life as she wishes, after all. Such harsh words. Who are these maids with you? I don't recognize them. His Grace ordered me to hire some new additional staff to help. They've only just arrived at the castle today. Really now? Hey, you're pretty cute. Thank you. Just bows. Huh? Why do I get the feeling that we've met before? Crap. Alright. Do you stare so hard that every young lady that you see? I do hope that you're not thinking any untoward thoughts. She said, you better get them sinful thoughts out your head. I'd rather think that His Grace and the Colonel would disapprove. Hey, it's not like that. We're the elite of the Royal Army. We wouldn't do that. All's well then. Now, will you please allow us to pass? Pardon us, ladies. Please go ahead. Well, that was intense. Thanks, Hilda. You're a real lightsaber. Yeah. That was really well done. Well, I'm just glad that I could help. Now then, are you planning to change your clothes before you go see Her Majesty? If you prefer, you can just show up the way that you are now. I think I'm okay as is. Boys' clothes, now. Oh, for the love of... Why are you always so self-conscious? What was wrong with what you had on? It's not the issue of being self-conscious. And by the way, Hilda, is this room what I think it is? Yes, it's Princess Claudia's bedroom. But she rarely sleeps in the castle, so this room is all but unused. Huh? No kidding. But I heard that the princess was tending to the queen. I guess it's just gossip then. You have to ask Her Majesty for the full details. Her room is on the second floor of the Royal Keep. I'll take you there. This is a pretty nice Royal Keep. I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. I've brought the two I spoke of before. This is Joshua and Estelle. Huh. Well, thank you so kindly. By all means, enter. As you wish. I'll wait for you here. You two go on in. Right. Pardon us. Oh. It's the Queen! I bid you a welcome. My name is Alicia Von... I cannot pronounce that word. I am the 26th monarch of the nation of Libero. I'm Estelle Bright. I'm a junior bracer of the Bracer Guild, and I'm Joshua Bright of the same affiliation. It's a great honor to meet you, Your Majesty. Estelle, Joshua. I have truly been looking forward to meeting you both. I regret that I cannot offer you any proper hospitality, but I have prepared some tea. Please, have some and relax. I see. So Professor Russell asked you to bring this information. A pitch-black orbment capable of negating all other orbital energies. And you say that the Colonel has acquired it. The professor told us that you might have some idea what he intends to do with it, Your Majesty. Can you tell us anything? I have but a vague idea, but I did not think that the Colonel even knew of it. Perhaps I am worrying about nothing, but even so. Excuse me, but what is this vague idea that you have? I suppose there is no harm in telling you. Roughly 10 years ago, a massive orbital reaction was detected beneath Grand Cell. Professor Russell was the individual who came to investigate. Did this happen in the vicinity of the sewers? No, far deeper underground than that, in fact. Professor Russell was under the impression that it might be a relic of the ancients that still functioned. Wow. So, it was a bona fide artifact then. Most artifacts I know of lost their function, like the mechanisms on top of the towers. But every now and again, you find one that still functions, like Mayor Dalmore's family heirloom. And something like that is beneath Grand Cell? So, what does that tell us about the gospel? Maybe it could be used to halt the artifact functions? Alright, could it do that? Yes. However, we're unable to establish the nature of the artifacts, or indeed why it was buried beneath the city. But it is beyond my imaginings how the Colonel could know of its existence. Professor Russell's research on it was kept strictly confidential and off the record. I see. In any event, it seems likely that trouble is on the way. Honestly, just as I start to think maybe that the Colonel might be a slightly nicer guy than we were giving him credit for. That sentence was hard to pronounce. You just suck at reading, Brumal. Shut up. Right? But when someone's trying to stir up some trouble, that's when bracers come in. We won't let him get away with whatever evil scheme that he's trying to pull off. I'd expect no less from Cassius's daughter. Your acquaintance with our father, Your Majesty. Or you're acquainted, yeah. Yes, he was a friend of my late son, and a great savior of the nation. Even after he retired from the army, he would sometimes undertake requests from me. Really? I didn't know that. I imagine that there are a great many things about him that you don't know, including the precise role he played in the war 10 years ago. I assume you have not been told. Well, nothing super detailed. Perhaps, then, that is the role that I am meant to play, Estelle and Joshua. Will you indulge me by listening to an old story? Oh, yes, absolutely. Alright. It is no indulgence. Whatever, Your Majesty. 10 years ago, in the spring, a tragedy occurred in the southern reaches of the Erebonian Empire. Its cause is yet unknown, so that is something I must omit. Alright guys, I want you guys to pay close attention to this story. Granted, like I said, she said something happened that no one knows about that happened like 10 years ago. So pay close attention. And yeah, this was something I didn't pay close attention to. And then like something happened later on and I was just like, oh crap, yeah, I get it now. But yes, seriously, pay attention to the story. If you have to rewind this back to when I first started it. But yeah, whatever. The Empire used that event as a pretext for their invasion of Liberal. So began the sad times that would become known as the 100 Days War. And just as the Empire made its declaration of war, a massive military force breached the Hawken Gate. In what seemed like scant moments, all of Liberal became occupied territory, save for Grand Cell. It is said that the invasion force was 3 times the size of the entire royal army. The reinforcements from Calvard were too late to stop their advance. It was but a matter of time before Grand Cell 2 would fall. But 2 months after the outbreak of hostilities, the war changed in a way that none could ever imagine. Patrol airships had just been developed and were used to recapture Liberal's checkpoints, Severing the Imperial's army's communications. It was just dropping bombs on them, yo. The Royal Army then set about recapturing the major regions one by one, using airships launched from Langston Fortress, Zeiss, Ruan, Bose, and Roland. With their supply lines severed, the Erebonian forces occupying each region were simply crushed. There goes our pops. There's Richard and there's Morgan. And the one behind the plan of the counteroffensive was none other than Colonel Cassius Bright. It was your father, who was Grancel Morgan's right-hand man at the time, as well as Colonel Richard's superior officer. Afterwards, the intercession of the Bracer Guild and Septian Church, the war was brought to an end. But it was at this time that Cassius lost what he treasured most of all in the world. And then there's Estelle. It's like, Lena, your mother, Estelle. The clock tower was destroyed in the Imperial Army's vain attempts to hold back the counteroffensive. What followed, I'm sure you know. Cassius was not even able to be by his wife's side in her final moments. I had no idea. And he believed that the military operation that he himself has planned effectively caused her death. Blaming himself, he left the military and took up the path of a bracer. Alright. All to stay with the only one that he had left, you. And this time, he swore that he'd be able to protect those he loved. Dad? That idiot? It wasn't his fault that Mom died. How could he even think that? Still. And yes, you are correct. And given that all he lost was the service to his country, the responsibility falls upon me. And so I'm sorry, Estelle. I failed to protect your mother. I have wished to apologize to you for a long time. But you don't need to apologize. You've protected the peace of this country ever since the war ended. The peace that Dad and all the other soldiers who defended Liberal in the war fought so hard to protect. And the peace that Mom gave her life so that I could live in it. You have nothing to be sorry for. Estelle, you have a kind heart and I am grateful. It gladdens my heart to have finally met you in person. Now more than ever. Your Majesty. However, that is why I do not wish for you to put yourself into danger. I would like for you to remove yourself from the dealings from any dealings with this matter. What? But Lieutenant Schwartz asked us to help you. I thank you, and I am grateful for your willingness to do so. But if some tragedy were to befall you in Cassius's absence, I know of no apology that could ever suffice. Whew. I need the drink. Hold on. All right. I only ask that you go back to your home in Roland and wait for your father to return. But, if I may, Your Majesty, the peace that Dad restored and that you protect, though it has held firm, now trembles like a leaf in the breeze. Joshua? If the Colonel is able to use the gospel for whatever purpose he intends, and if he succeeds in making the Duke the new King of Liberal, then what will become of that peace? I ask that you consider that. Your Majesty? Right when we became junior bracers, we inherited the whole lot of the work from Dad. And after the Sky Bandit incident, we got that letter and the package. And we've been running all around creation ever since. It feels to us like our dad's been nudging us back this whole time. That's why I want to defend peace. So that everyone that we've met and everyone that we care about can go on living secure and happy lives. just like you, and just like Mom and Dad. I'm doing this because it's what I believe. Yeah, it's because it was what I believe is right. And I really want to see it through. Estelle. It seems she was right about you. Huh? I too am ready. I would like for you two to carry my request to the Bracer Guild. Your Majesty? My liege, we'll do whatever you ask. My request is for the Bracer Guild to rescue those being captive by the Intelligence Division. Amongst them is my granddaughter, Claudia. So the princess is being held captive somewhere. Yes. This coup d'etat started when I backed her as the successor to the throne. In other words, Duke Dunnan was out of the running. Yes. Though he is my nephew, he is possessed of a considerable number of character flaws. In brief, where he is lacking, my granddaughter shines. And for the sake of the nation's future, I would have my granddaughter succeed me. Well, I don't actually know her, but I personally lean towards the idea of your judgment should really be trusted here. No matter the era, there will always be those who object strongly to a woman wielding political power. Not to mention, the memory of the invasion by a larger power is still relatively fresh. Some of them will perceive a succession of 2 consecutive queens to be the sign of weakness. I can understand that, actually. It is hardly surprising that such a notion has taken root in the minds of some. Some including Colonel Richard, I presume. Quite right. Claudia's pending succession to the throne caught him quite unaware. That among with this passing of this information to the Duke is what led to this coup. This was all staged so that Libero would become a strong military power, with the colonel ruling from the shadows. I see. All right. That finally lets us see the whole picture. So if Libero became a materialized country, what would happen then? A great many of things. Taxes would be levied to fill the chest. Orbital weaponry would be developed with the express intent of causing havoc on a massive scale. A wide-ranging policy of conscription would be adopted, and no doubt, contracting Jaeger Corps would be made legal, which is not the case at the present. Oh no. Really? Huh. I guess I missed that fact then going through all the games then. Interesting. Anyways, indeed. I mean, knowing what I know now. Huh. Like I said, it's been a few years, so I might have to get back into like the actual I'm gonna have to look into some stuff, but we'll get into that as the games go on, guys. Because I do plan on playing every last one of these games. But as of right now, we're taking it slow because game number 4 just came out about a week ago. At least in the West. And game number 5 doesn't come out till next year. So, yeah, but indeed, the Colonel has made very adamant requests that I enact such policies. I thought that such proposals were born out of genuine love for his country, but I never agreed that they were the right course of action to take. The Royal Army is not all that protects this land. We have worked hard to maintain treaties with other countries, and defending a nation goes hand in hand. Sorry about that. With free cultural exchange and trade with all other nations to benefit of all. I feel the same way, Your Majesty. Yeah, makes sense to me. The Colonel, however, finds such notions to be womanly and foolishly idealistic. And so he demanded that I leave the throne in exchange for Claudia's safe return. Many people have had family members taken to ensure that they would not dare to impose the colonel. But I am the queen, and I will not allow that all that I love about my country to be destroyed simply because of blood ties. Still, she is my only granddaughter. I cannot simply allow her to die. Your Majesty, please try to relax. We hear and comply with your request. We will see to it that the princess is rescued from those who have imprisoned her. Thank you, both of you. With that reassurance, I will do all that I can to oppose the colonel's demands. Have you any other requests, Your Majesty? The gospel still has to be dealt with. And I don't think that we should just leave you here. I appreciate your sentiment, Estelle. But the present state of affairs is not contingent upon my freedom or imprisonment. The gospel shall continue to weigh heavily on my mind for a great many reasons. For my part, I will attempt to ascertain the colonel's true intentions with it. Wow. What a totally awesome person. Super nice, but with a seriously strong will. I hope I'm even 1/10 of cool when I get old. Cool. Did you actually just call the queen that? Still, she definitely has what it takes to govern a whole country. Yeah. I really want to stop this coup thingy and help her. Well, that's definitely outside the Bracer's jurisdiction. Well, first things first. We do whatever we can. Right. But, I'm still freaking out about what the Queen told us about Dad. I wonder if she's got any more tidbits that she's willing to share. Estelle, Joshua, have you finished changing? Oh, yeah. Wait a minute, they changed in front of each other? Then we shall return to the waiting room at once. It's already 11 o'clock, actually. It's almost midnight. Whoa! It's really that late? Well, the Queen spoke with us for a very long time. If we stay any longer, it's apt to make the guardsmen suspicious. Alright, then let's get out of here. Nobody important. Are you going home for the day, Miss Hilda? Yes, I believe so. Just be sure to do her majesty. Just be sure not to do Her Majesty any further discourtesy. That's not fair. But please, relax. We're patriots to the core. That's good to hear. Now, I believe that we shall be on our way. Pardon me. By your leave. And by the way, ladies. I don't think we ever got your names. Maybe ask them? We're gonna go Lynn. Yeah, we're gonna use her mother's name. Hi. Well, isn't that a lovely name? Has a pleasant ring to it. Thank you very much. I don't think, it didn't matter which name. Hold on, let me make sure. Yeah, we can pick any name that we wanted for that one. Nothing would have, nothing would have, mattered. But it makes sense because two of those ladies are already alive and one's dead, so we went with that one. And how about you, miss? You can call me Karen. Karen, you say? Well, that's a very pretty name. Well, you're too kind, sir. I'm rather fond of it myself. Are you now? Oh, right. We're in the Special Ops. My name is... I think that's just about enough. I sense an ulterior motive at work. No, I mean... At least not from us. Dang, they got cock blocked. That's funny. They got cock blocked. Please be safe on your way home. Alright, so we got hit on by a bunch of guards. Believe it or not the first time. They'd be like, Brumal, what? Yeah, you heard. I'm kidding. Anyways. Well, aren't you Mr. Popularity? It was like their eyes all changed when you told them your name. Hey, it was not. I didn't see you shying away from joining the conversation. Or did I say shying? Whatever. Sure, but that doesn't mean I wasn't nervous. Ugh, I'm kind of all lost in my confidence there. Ugh, what is all the noise up? Is that Duke Dunnan? Yeah, that's Duke Dunnan. He got drunk. Oh, Duke Dunnan. Ah, ladies of the court. Hey, you maids. You don't look familiar. These are the two new hires whom I'm instructing. This is Lena, and this is Karen. They're still quite inexperienced, so I'm giving them some extra training time. Did he recognize us? Not good. Given how many times we've run into him, it'd be bizarre if he didn't recognize us. Come now, Philip. Enough with that staring. It's quite unusual to see coming from you. Stiff upper lip and all. Please, pardon my rudeness. You look much like my niece. My eyes were just playing tricks on me, that is. I am dreadfully sorry for this discourtesy. Oh, it's no bother. Please, don't concern yourself. I know. And you know, now that I stop and look, I must say that you both are quite lovely. You with the brown hair. You have you have a very healthily clean look to you. And as for you, I personally think you look best with the raven hair of yours even longer. I'm honored. Ha, yes. Lena, was it not? You shall attend me this evening. Oh, no. No. I forgot that happened. Your Grace. Ew. I don't want to serve him tea. I don't think tea is what he wants served. Your Grace. Your flirtations, while flattering, are best saved for another time and place. All the maids in the castle work directly in service for Her Majesty Queen Alicia. I trust that you've not forgotten. I know. Some folks simply just can't appreciate a joke. The castle will be mine in a week's time anyways. We can set aside time for such fun later. Your Grace, please, no more of this. I do not mind when you drink to excess, but you know how your libido gets in the instances. Oh gosh. I say this knowing full well that I may be reprimanded for it. But I said I was joking. Enough, I'm going to bed. As you wish, Your Grace. Your room is right over here. All right, Lena. What? You just let me know if you have any problems, anything at all. And I'll give you the best advice from the future king can give. Well, thank you very much. Aren't you cute? Yes, good. I apologize for all the fuss. His Grace will likely remember nothing of this come the morning. Please, let your minds be at ease. I should certainly hope so. I am truly sorry. Madam and young missus, I beg your pardon, but I must take my leave. I feel so badly for him. He truly seems to bear the weight of the world on his shoulders. Oh, do you know Mr. Philip personally? Yes, ever since that we were children. Though not nearly as well as we once did, thanks to the one that he serves. I see. Well, it sure seems like he's nervous all the time, doesn't he? I'll bet that everything between the Duke and the Colonel has him completely on edge. Probably, yeah. By the way, what was that you were saying about me being the popular one? The Duke certainly seemed awfully fond of you. Ugh, please. I like to keep my food in my stomach, thank you. Oh, right. Back to before. I feel like I'm missing something. Why would the Duke want tea so late? Well, you see. Estelle? Allow me to educate the matter of tea and why gentlemen should never request it in polite company. Huh? Come closer. Basically, Hilda said that he wanted to bump uglies with you. Now do you understand? Yes. Hopeless. Completely hopeless. That just shows you how innocent Estelle is. Well, thanks for everything, both of you. Well, if not for you, I don't know what we would have done. Please. It was the least that we could do for Her Majesty's service. I only ask that you complete the request that she made of you. I feel the same way. I beg you, do everything in your power to save the princess. Oh, are you one of her royal retainers? Yes. I regret that I rarely get the chance to serve her directly. She's so kind and open, and she's always treated me more like a friend than a servant. And the thought of her being held captive keeps me up at night. Well, I understand. Well, you can rest easy now that we're on the job. We'll save her. Shall we be going? I'm gonna end it right here. We're gonna keep going. Let's go back to our. I think we have to go. Do we have to go to our room? It's like, what was that? What? Might I inquire, are you doing this late of the hour? Oh, Amathea, yeah. I have to think about what woman would be up at this time. Huh? Captain Amathea. Good evening. I realize that you've been invited here, but don't you think it's a bit late for you kids to be out walking around? Please, pardon us. We simply just never been in a castle like this, and we couldn't resist the urge to look around. No, that's certainly understandable. So, where were you half an hour ago? Please enlighten me, if only for my own edification. I believe we can, pick anything we want. In the maid's quarter? Huh, I admire your honesty. So, let's not waste any time on games. I did in fact receive several reports of you going in and out of the maid's quarters. Do you not think it's a bit odd to be looking around in that particular place? What? Alright, you don't think that questioning someone like that when you already have the facts is a little bit cruel? I'll take that as a compliment. So, what business did you have in the maid's quarters? I suggest you answer honestly. We will. Oh, Estelle, Joshua. I'm pretty sure that's Zen. You've been here the whole time? Zen? That boy got a waddle till when he walks. He drunk. Yep. Now that's the stuff. You're drunk. Oh, hey, sorry. And hey, if it isn't my favorite gorgeous officer lady. Nice. Some luck that we have to meet up again, huh? I suppose? So what's going on? Are my students here causing any trouble? Students? No. It's just that they were in the maid's quarters for a while. I merely wanted to know their business simply as security precaution. Huh. Yeah, I totally get you. I just sent them off to find some munchies to go along with my booze. Hey, Joshua, you kids find anything to eat? No, the cooks aren't back yet, I guess. We went to ask the maid if there were... if there was any way that we can get our hands on something, but no luck. Oh, well, I'll just have to go without, I guess. Hey, I just had a great idea. You want to come and join me for a drink? I mean, hey, nothing goes with drinks like a beautiful lady. I'm afraid I'm busy, so I'll have to decline your generous offer. My apologies for the misunderstanding. but I would advise you to return to your room and remain there for the rest of the night. I have to investigate any suspicious activity, you understand. Oh, of course. Alright, it is late. We should probably be going to bed. Very good then. Now, if you'll excuse me. Dang, Zen. Sorry your charm didn't work, buddy. Denied. Oh well. Might as well go back to the room. Right. Yeah, we'll go with you. Well, looks like that we managed to convince her at least. What? Aren't you drunk? I was acting drunk. I haven't had a single drop. No way, your face was even all red. Well, he focused on making his blood circulate better, which made it look like he was intoxicated. Alright, it's done with some kind Eastern martial arts breathing exercising, right? Huh, I'm surprised that you're familiar with it. But hey, you seem to be in a tight spot, so I figured I'd distract everyone. Nice, huh? Saved your bacon, as they say. Or as the saying goes. You're an evil, evil man, Zen. Okay, sure you did help us out, but you also surprised the heck out of me. Sorry about that. So, what's the story? What story? I would have thought it'd be obvious. The story of you meeting the Queen. Whoa, wait, what? How did you... Did Lionen tell you something about this? Actually, I couldn't get him to tell me anything. But, now I know anyways, don't I? Without prior knowledge, there's no way you could have just guessed. So how much do you really know? Well, I guess it's finally time to show you this. Zen produced a letter from his pocket, handed to him by Estelle and Joshua. What's this? I know this handwriting. Well, don't just stand there. Read it. It'll explain a lot. Okay. Dear Zen, I hope this letter finds you well. I don't know that I don't know if I've been out of touch. Anyways, I'm in a hurry. So, I hope that you'll pardon my bluntness. My work concerning the Jaegers is leading me to the Imperial territory. However, due to the fact of unusual forces seem to be influencing matters inside Liberal, I feel uneasy being absent for so long. This is why I must ask a favor of you. Could I persuade you to come to Liberal and help out? If they need it. And since you haven't been to Liberal before, perhaps you could think of it as a recreational trip. There's a martial arts competition before the Queen's birthday celebration, and foreigners can participate. I hope that you can make, it would make fine camouflage. I realize that this is sudden, but if you can do it, it would be most grateful. Alright. I'm intending to return to Liberal before the festival, so hopefully we'll be able to have a drink together in return. Cassius Bright. P.S. You may have the chance to meet my son and daughter. They're currently apprentices at the guild, so if you happen to meet them, feel free to test the extent of their training. And try not to bail them out too much unless it seems like they really need it. So Dad actually asked you to come to Liberal, which means he's in Erebonia now. That's the long and short of it. Oh, we finally figured out where Cassius was. He is indeed in Erebonia. The long and short of it. Alright. What it means is that you were in cahoots with him all along. Well, that's a nasty way to put it, don't you think? I owe Mr. Cassius a favor from the time he spent in Calvert. This letter just gave me the chance to make us square again, I suppose. Alright, when did you realize that we were his kids? I had a feeling from the outset once I saw Estelle's technique with the bow staff. I asked Keelika about it and she confirmed it. Alright. Well, it would have been nice if you would have said something about all of this. We've been worried sick wondering where Dad's been. I know, and I'm sorry that I haven't said anything. But I got the impression from the letter that he was trying to keep his whereabouts a secret. Still, you're definitely his kids, all right. You know, if you can pull off a job as big as sneaking in an audience with the queen, well, I suppose so. Well, he knows this much, and it wouldn't hurt to tell him everything, right? I agree. It'd probably be best to fill Zen in on everything. It is a bit far-fetched to say that we could put an end to this whole situation on our own, after all. Estelle and Joshua told him everything. I see. I thought something seemed a little off when everyone was talking at the party. All right then, I'll help you out with your little request. What? You will? Yep. I think this will be an ideal opportunity to settle my debt with Master Cassius. Please, let me help. Well, we'd be glad to. Thank you once again. I think with... Oh, no. What is this place? Never would imagine that something like this would even be existed. Well, it's larger than I expected. Lieutenant Lawrence, if you be so kind to show us the way to the lowest level. Yes, sir. Whoa! Is that some kind of mechanical monster? Well, well. So this must be the Archaisms. Huh. So Lieutenant, our Colonel Richard uses a katana, guys. Holy crap! He took out that thing with one stroke. Huh. You were the quickest to react. You are indeed truly a force to be reckoned with when you don't hold back. You flatter me, sir. Your quick draw technique as well was quite remarkable to behold. I can see that you studied under the divine blade himself. I am humbled. Oh, wow, it completely skipped that. All right. No, stop skipping stuff, guys. Crap, I don't even remember what he said. All right. Stop! What is going on? All right, a bright new dawn approaches for our beloved Libero. All right. I expect only the best out of each and every one of you. By your orders, sir. We of the Special Ops will work as one for the Colonel. For the glory of Libero! Whoa! I didn't even realize that button even had a functionality on my controller. I understand the situation. You've both performed admirably. And I'm amazed that you were able to deliver the professor's message to Her Majesty in person. Well, we just got lucky is all. The real question is, how much longer is luck going to be on our side? Yeah, we're really going to have to stay focused. Well, if you understand that already, then there's nothing more that I need to tell you. In any case, we can consider Professor Russell's request to be fulfilled. Please, accept this as compensation for a job well done. I believe we should have got 8 points for that. 10 plus 8. Yep, 10 plus 8. Now then, Zen. Alright. It was pure providence that Cassius invited you here. We need to... We need the help of an A-ranked racer like yourself. No need to even ask. Even if I didn't have a debt to repay to Cassius, I couldn't possibly stand idly by a situation like this. I'm with you until the end. Well, I knew we can count on you, Zen. But by the way, what's an A-rank? Yeah, what's this A-rank business? Oh yeah, it's a rank that signifies a full-fledged racer's full of power. Alright, there are 7 ranks ranging from G on the bottom to A at the top. Oh, so he's the highest rank that you can get. Wow, I never knew you were so cool. Anyways. Well, I may have A rank, but I'm still an underling, so to speak. There are 20 A rankers. There are 20 A rankers across the continent. I think I know across the continent. Okay. To my knowledge, I only know of. Well, of course, there's Zen. I believe Cher is an A rank. I don't know if Kurt is A rank. Kirk seems like he's A rank, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. And yeah. No, then there would be Cassius. Then from what I know, I believe there's from what I know, I only know of 6. But he said there are 20 A rankers. Never mind. With that, no, he said, all right, yeah. But above that, there's an actual informal S rank, so never mind. Now that he said that, because I forgot that there were S ranks. I completely forgot that there were S ranks. Now that they said that, I can take 2 off the list. Anyways. And that one's only granted to bracers who successfully resolve issues on a national scale. And there are only 4 of those in the entire continent. Yeah, and I know 2 of them. Actually, I think I've only seen 2. I think. But anyways. Well, I'm not sure I even want to think about what they can do. You really don't know any of the stuff, do you? One of those 4 is Master Cassius. And there you go. So you guys know 4. What? Okay, Joshua, you're not gonna tell me that you knew about this already, right? Sorry, but yeah, I did. He solved a major case for the Republic about 5 years ago. I swear, it's hardly worth even getting upset about it anymore. Royal Army Soldier, Hidden Hero, Divine Blade, S-Rank Bracer. So guys, remember that. So if you guys remember from the last scene, we found out that, Richard was trained by the Divine Blade, and Divine Blade was a title given to Estelle's dad. So, and then we also found out that her dad used to be, Cassius used to be a swordsman as well. So there's that. He used to be a swordsman known as the Divine Blade. So yeah. All right. Well, if he's really so dang awesome, then it sure would be nice to see him. Yeah, it should be nice if he come. Crap! I keep hitting that. So there's a button on my controller that showed no functionality until now, for whatever reason. Now it's skipping everything because I keep pressing it because it's on the hilt of my controller, of where my middle finger goes. So now I gotta play with one hand. Well, you might be right. Alright. If he were here with us, perhaps this would never have escalated to the point where the coup d'etat was even possible. Joshua, what's wrong? Just thinking about how strange this is. This whole chain of events apparently started when Dad going off on his trip. It's as if whoever planned the coup was waiting for him to be gone. At least, it's just the impression I have. Oh? So what you're saying is that the coup was planning around his departure from the Empire. Am I correct? No, I'm sure that would be overthinking things. I can't think of anyone who could possibly manipulate Dad like that without him noticing. Yeah, without him noticing that he was being used. All right. They have to know him and his behavior patterns exponentially well to be able to pull it off. Well, yeah. I never knew what he was up to, even though we were so close. I don't think that Colonel Richard could have ever managed to pull off the wool over his eyes. More likely, it's just that the two major events happen to overlap with each other. Regardless of the circumstances, we cannot currently rely on Cassius to help. Therefore, I am resolved to prepare for the worst. I believe an emergency conference of the Grancel branch of the Bracer Guild is called for. Huh? All other things being all other things being equal, we have a request that comes directly from Her Majesty the Queen. The third article of the Bracer Code states that we shall never act in a fashion that interferes with the government. We cannot ignore Her Majesty's request. However, so we must act. But we're no match for the royal army as we are. I ask for the cooperation of all branches in Grancel, including Zen, of course. Oh, okay. And if we come in conflict with the Intelligence Division, we'll need all the help that we can get. Ideally, we should have the cooperation of the other branches. But the checkpoints have been completely sealed off as of today. I don't know how to pronounce that, so... For the potential terrorist activity. What? So basically, it amounts to martial law. So the enemy is finally moving out, filling out at full tilt. That may be the stifle of any activity on the part of the royal guardsmen in hiding, as well as ours. Yeah, I'm getting to the point where I'm like tired of reading. Sorry, guys. Not tired as in I'm sick of reading, but tired as in like I've been reading for like over an hour straight with very little rest, and I ran out of water. I need to drink something. All right. If we're going to conduct a rescue operation, we'll have to do it with the resources on hand. Oh, fun. But we're up to it. So do we have a solid idea of where the prisoners are being held? All right, that's been on my mind for a while now, actually. I believe the most likely place to be is in the Urba Royal Villa. The Urbe. Well, that's the building in the forest, right? Yeah, it would make sense. If the soldiers are using it, under the pretense to counter terrorism. Alright, few would question it. And I can't imagine they want to lock a lady of the royal family in a cell in Langston Fortress. Considering it's the army we're going to be going up against, I'd like the more solid confirmation, however. If we assaulted the wrong place, we'd have hell to pay for it. I meant to say heck, I'm sorry guys. Didn't mean to. I know in the context it's not a curse word, or in that context it's not a curse word, but I still don't like saying it. Yes, precisely. But in either case, we must assemble any bracers currently in the royal city. Could I ask you to assemble them here for me? Any information you could gather while doing so would be much appreciated. And if I'm not mistaken, Estelle, you and your friends are acquainted with the reporter, correct? Oh, you mean Niall? Yeah, we should see him if he... Yeah, we should see if he has picked up anything significant. Also, we must attempt to enlist the aid of the guardsmen who are in hiring. If you can get them to contact me, it'll be greatly appreciated. So in other words, we need to get in touch with Sister Julia. Alright. Well, she helped us with the invitation before, so we should let her know what's going on. Alright, so off to the cathedral then. There are four other bracers in the city: Kurt, Grant, Karna, and Annalise. Alright. Check the bars in their usual hangouts, and they may also be in the hotel. If you see them, please instruct them to come back here. Sure thing. Alright then, off we go. And is there... Nope. Alright guys, so we are going to save it right there, and that is going to be it for today. I am tired. So I will see you guys later. Peace.